Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baka-Talk, the only podcast in all the multiverse.
Yay.
I am joined by Wheeze.
I'm Wheeze. I'm here.
I don't know
as
why I
always.
pointed at you because they can't see me. I could be giving you the middle bird.
It
for all
it
they care.
helps the
middle
it helps your
bird.
voice. Like if you
So,
focus on
like
visually it
this.
physically, then it helps your voice convey the message better.
Right. Oh, and next is Ramen Cat.
The middle bird.
Hey,
Yes.
Ramen Cat. Very nice to have you again, as always.
I have returned.
And Pyrolus.
Hey, yo, what's up, gangsters?
Wait, we can see you deliberately like putting opposite hand to opposite person of who
You
trust.
can, but the audience can't, so they think you're crazy now.
Help.
Remember, Pyrolus and Ramen Cat are the same person. This is
So,
Not
guess what,
relevant,
guys?
yeah.
I got all three of them in a room. Guess who's going to leave alive?
Not you.
Oh, frick. Anyways, welcome to the show. Hope you enjoy it. And what's our topic for today?
But you're looking at me.
Most hated characters.
Hey, there you
Most
go.
hated. I was in the middle of a yawn. Dirtbag. No one else knew it but me, apparently.
I'm trying to have you guys interact with the show, and you're all just staring at me like a bunch of toddlers.
I was yawning.
No,
Tyrolus's yawn made it awkward.
What do you mean? You were staring at each other. You guys' deep gaze for affection made it disturbing.
No, it's more still that thing. How is he not dead from the ditch?
That's what we asked him.
It cured me of my sickness.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess I gotta try harder.
That's
So
how
is
you're
that
trying
like
to
the
help me.
healing ditch of Nazarene or something like that?
Yes, wrong ditch. I was going for the ditch of fiery, spiky death.
I need to visit the ditch of healing.
The ditching. Everyone, come all to the ditch of healing.
All
right off of
your-
I-98.
All your pain will go away.
West of the Myron.
Just stand in front of the semi truck. Everything will be okay.
It's a whole new world.
Okay, so how you guys been this week? Anybody do anything fun?
I got my butthole looked at by the army. That was all right.
Okay. Did you pass the butthole exam?
Yes, I passed the exam.
Okay, good. Because somebody said you had cancer somewhere, and I wasn't quite sure where.
What? Who said I had
Question was, and you'd be the only person to get the reference, was the guy a surfer?
cancer? No, he was not.
Why would it be weirder? Wait, if you,
Butthole Surfers, it's a band.
oh, I legit just watched a video of the lead singer of that guy firing a shotgun over the crowd.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Anyways, yeah. How you been, Romcat?
Pain.
Third week in a row, or not row, but like third time you've been here.
Yes. I'm not sure how you guys haven't kicked me out and like traded me out for like MC Snazzy Pants or something.
I don't know.
Ramen
Good
Cat
question.
has joined the family of Baka-Talk. We
Yay.
welcome you here.
You can't leave now.
Yeah, I trapped them all.
I am totally not tied to my chair right now. And then last but not least, Wheeze, how you doing?
Good. I watched Chainsaw Man.
Nice, I did too.
Yes, Chainsaw Man's good.
Did you see episode 3 yet?
I did see episode.
I haven't seen episode 3.
I need to
It's
watch
pretty
the
good.
anime. I've just read the manga. I'm fully caught up on the manga.
I'm on chapter 20 of the manga now,
Okay.
so I'm liking it so far.
I haven't dedicated the time for it.
Yeah, it's good. It's a small enough chapter where you can kind of binge them, and you get quite a few done. But it's like long enough where each has like good enough content where it's worth reading.
It's about 20, 30 pages per chapter.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like
The
it.
main character is amazing. I love
Dude,
the main character.
He's
He's great.
amazing.
He's such a good like parody of shonen stuff. He's just like, what's your goal? It's like, I want to eat food.
His
I
new
wanna
goal
go.
now. So this man, I don't know what this man's ideas are, but his first goal was to touch boobs, right?
Yeah.
His next goal is to get kissed.
Yeah. His
Wait till he gets kissed.
The ooh pie and then the smooch.
Well, partially it's such a great character because of how he was raised and stuff. You wouldn't expect him to be this like super moral person that they make all the characters whenever they're a main character.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, I want to have a more comfortable life because this sucks. I have no like grand ambitions. I've been living off of garbage. So it's like, I don't know. He's cool because of that. He seems real.
He
Seems
is
like a
cool.
real person.
Anyways, enough about liking characters. Let's get down to hating characters.
Right.
So, yeah, who wants to start? We don't really have a list of people
I'll
to go
start.
by.
Penguin from Evangelion is trash. He is S tier garbaje.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Why is there a penguin in Evangelion? They never explain him. He's not there for any reason. He just shows up out of a freaking freezer, which a penguin cannot survive in. Need I remind
There
you?
is
Especially a
actually-
macaroni penguin.
Isn't there a backstory for the penguin? Didn't Asuka meet the penguin? Or not Asuka,
The penguin
what's her name? Meet the penguin at after,
Masato.
Yeah, after some grand tragedy or something.
The penguin was like her pet, as her dad was doing research in Antarctica.
That's illegal.
Well, not in this universe, but anyways, they uncover Adam, which then like creates the second impact or the first impact, which then kind of like annihilates the weather system and kind of annihilates
Wait,
Antarctica.
The penguin was there? Is
Yes.
the penguin Jar Jar Binks? Is
I
like
don't
the
think
secret
so.
mastermind of Evangelion is this stupid penguin?
The penguin's just stupid. Exactly.
The
He's
penguin
just
legit
stupid.
does nothing besides when it rebuilds, it finds other penguins and then just hangs out with them.
He just incurs my wrath and rage.
So you say it's S tier.
He's S tier garbaje.
Okay. Here's the thing: you don't get the vote
Why not?
because
It's all of us get to vote.
Yeah,
Oh,
all of us get the
okay.
vote to see how bad we think those like they hate them.
So when do we start?
Penguins are
Right
dumb
now.
Anyway.
Oh,
I'll give him B tier.
B tier.
Personally,
Okay.
he's pointless, does nothing, has no good jokes around it. It's just there. It's just a penguin.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna give him an A because I mean I know it's not technically, but Evangelion always has kind of that sense of impending dread, and the
Yeah.
penguin just kind of
And then there's a penguin.
destroys it.
Okay, you have one last argument to try to get into A tier because I'm gonna vote.
Oh,
B.
against you?
Yeah.
Man, he's trash. Like like Ramen Cat said, throws off the mood. Like,
Okay.
it's just, yeah, in a show that already has enough long breaks and things that throw off the mood already, we don't need a stupid penguin adding to that.
You watched 4 episodes.
And I stopped
see,
because
like-
the penguin and the long sullen silences.
Technically,
Uh.
like Evangelion's kind of a low key like horror in a
Yeah, I guess I'll put an A tier.
Damn,
All right.
Okay. All right. Ramen Cat,
sense. Yes.
your turn.
Uh,
What character do you want to fight for?
fight for or against?
Fight against. Well, you're fighting to get them the highest tier on the tier list.
Jackie
Jackie
from
is,
DNA.
okay, the bear-looking thing.
The bear looking thing. I hate this thing so much because I hate the design, whether it's human form or animal
It's
form.
ugly.
I hate how stupid the character is in the whole bear species of the show because they're stupid. They're literally in a baseball team, openly getting exploited by their manager to flub games so that this gang person can make money off them.
What is
So wait, his
show?
whole species just consists of a baseball team?
That the bears that live in like the slum district are like on a baseball team.
What is this
Oh.
show about?
Random crap. It's like actually a crime show.
Oh, okay.
But the main thing I hate about Jackie, I don't know about in the English dub, but in the sub, the voice is just like that nasally high, flat tone robot voice. Yes, I know my voice is nasal. Yeah, you don't need to look at the meter.
Yeah, from its
With like
face,
zero
like, no.
personality or anything. The freaking thing doesn't even blink.
Oh. Okay, you got me at doesn't blink.
I hate Jackie
Penguin
with a
doesn't look-
passion.
Okay, so it's just a side character. Why do you hate
Because
it?
it's in too many episodes.
How many episodes?
Basically, from the point you meet it on forward to the end.
Oh, I hate those types of characters.
Like it just kind of, she just kind of blips in and out, but still she exists
Oh.
and must die.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put this character at like A tier just because I had to look at furry porn.
Yeah, I'd
Oh,
vote.
so-
I'd vote
I didn't
A.
even think of that when I like put that character in. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
down
go
for
A
A too. It looks annoying.
What do you think, Pyrolus?
A tier, throw her in the hole.
Okay.
Yeah. We got the penguin. We got animals. Animal A for
Animals.
Wheeze
let's go with let's start with Gaku Yoneda.
is what one is that?
He's the old guy, the weird.
This one?
No.
Oh, this one.
No, that one. Yeah.
This one?
Yep.
So this is from Monster?
This one, this guy is from Platinum End.
Platinum Man. So besides for him looking like a rapist,
He kind
why-
of looks like a Bleach character, honestly.
Oh, that's what he looks like, the guy with the bells on his hair.
Yeah.
So this guy's motivation, he's like this top science philosopher guy or whatever.
Okay.
He gets visited by angels because he was suicidal, told that they're doing this competition, and whoever wins of these people getting chosen by these angels becomes God. So he's like, I don't believe in God, so my new goal is to kill God.
What?
Yep.
So he doesn't believe in God.
But
So
he's
just
gonna
go
kill.
murder
Yes.
anyone. Oh,
So
okay.
his new
Makes
goal
sense.
is to get all the his theory is that this God is some kind of creature that feeds off of energy of humans.
Okay.
And with less people believing in God, it's growing more weak. So it wants a person to get more powerful or something. So he's like, okay, my new plan is we're going to get all the God candidates. We're going to kill each other all at the same time. That way, the God creature will die, and then I'll be successful. That's his motivation.
So he's gonna murder everybody that's a candidate
That's his plan.
to kill God.
That's his plan.
That sounds like a great plan.
His villain
Isn't
is
it just saying that
is-
God exists?
the dumbest
Kind
character.
of.
Yeah, I'm kinda wondering,
Yeah.
how do you kill what you don't think exists?
He also, so the other character that ends up becoming God, like joins with them at first, and he is like all of them were suicidal. They got rescued by angels, and they were no longer suicidal after they got rescued. This one kid is still suicidal. They end up making him God, and he thinks back to the professor, and he's like, oh yeah, he wanted to kill God, so he just kills himself, and then the whole universe dies. So the whole universe dies because of this guy,
Cue
Wow.
Evangelion theme.
and he has,
Da.
and this is the main villain of the second arc.
Oh.
This show has pretty atrocious villains. If you remember the first villain who was like, I love my sister so much, I can't let her purity be ruined, and that's like his motivation.
So he kills his
he
sister.
kills his sister.
Yeah.
And cases her. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this guy, he's pretty stupid. I hate this guy.
Well, Pyrolus, what do you think?
As for suicide.
Okay. What about you, Ramen Cat?
I'm gonna go with A just for poor motivation of a villain.
Okay, so we have an S and A. You know, he seems like a stupid character, and I don't know. I feel like probably hearing one of his monologues, it'd probably make more sense.
Like, it kind of does. Like, they play him off as he's like very smart, and like how he's like talking about.
Oh, so
stuff, like,
intellectual.
he's very intellectual.
babble.
Yeah.
Ah.
He's and at the same time he's just like, I would just want to kill us. I don't know. It feels like you'd have some selfish, like, I can become God and do things with it, or I could whatever. I can use these powers I have for whatever. But now he's just kind of like,
However, in all of this, I'm gonna put that Diablo 4 ad in an A for quality.
Diablo 4 ad. What?
Up at the top of the list, there was a Diablo 4 ad.
Oh, jeez. let's do that. All right, I'm gonna put Mr. Funny Hair in. It's at the bottom now.
That's a
Diablo-
different Diablo 4 ad.
What? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, there we go. Anyway, I'm gonna put this A tier or C tier. C tier. S
S tier.
S tier.
All right,
I don't
let's
know
go.
my alphabet
Let's go.
because S for suicide.
All right.
S for suicide.
In S for sinner. All right, I guess it's my turn now. What character do I want to pick? What characters did I pick?
You haven't.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, I thought you meant like brought it up to us. I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I need to pull up my list. Wait, I have my list on my computer.
Too many electronics. Boom.
I've had a day. Okay, I'm gonna pick
At least he
Mineta
said he was
Minori or Minoru Mineta from My Hero Academia.
The weird little purple ball haired dude.
This SOB. So he is a pipsqueak. I hit my cord. He's a pipsqueak that stands about as tall as the table. Okay. So he's super short.
It's about 3 foot.
And the only reason he wants to become a hero in this world where heroes have like reasons they want to become heroes, like money, power, fame, he just wants to have all the girls like him. Okay.
Nice.
And the only thing he thinks about during training is girls. The only thing that he thinks about during off time is girls. The only thing he does in the show is girl related.
The only song he listens to is Girls, Girls,
So is
Girls.
he the character that like, we need you to do something? He's like, I don't want to, and then they're like, this girl might like you if you do, and then he's like, I'll do it.
Not even that. Every character in the whole school hates him. Literally, one of the girls got so fed up with him one time because he was trying to like sneak a peek at some girl or something. They strapped him to a chair with like, and then duct taped his eyes open and forced him to watch TV.
Does he hate
Depends
TV
what
or
was the
something?
show.
They don't show you, but it sounded very Christian like. Anyway, so his whole thing is like, the reason I hate him is because every single scene he's in detracts from the actual show.
Mm.
Because as soon as he's in it, it just talks fan service stuff. Like he's either trying to look into the bath, he's trying to drill a hole through the bathroom to look into the other bathroom.
That's illegal.
He's trying to climb over a sauna wall so that way he can look over on the other side. That one's kind of funny because it gets kicked in the balls. But anyways, let's see another one. Oh, also his power is stupid. Those little balls on his head, they can come off and they're just sticky balls. And I think his ultimate power is called Sticky Balls of Fury.
This guy goes straight to S tier.
As for hopefully suicide.
I don't even know. I guess 2 people voted S, so let's just.
Oh, also his dub voice. You know that like nerd voice from like
Well,
any cartoon
actually,
ever?
Yeah.
guys,
That's his voice the whole time.
He sounds really annoying.
S tier.
S tier. All right, cool.
Getting the flip out of here.
I like that. All right, let's go back to Pyrolus.
Shigure from Nekopara.
Shigure.
Yeah,
Just
the one that
I thought you liked every character from that.
every character except for this little pervert.
Wait,
Is that a pun because they're cats?
That one's not a cat.
Oh.
That's the flesh.
S tier for not being a cat.
That's the flesh blood sister of the main character, Cashew Minaduki. She's got a big brother complex.
Cashew made a dookie?
Cashew Minaduki.
8-year-old brain.
She has a brother complex for him,
Okay.
and it is unbearable. It's gross. I can't stand it. He goes to start his own cafe, and she ends up showing up and buying all his cakes. It's like, dude, just leave the guy alone. Go somewhere else.
Plus
Live somewhere else.
Plus, she's not a cat.
Plus, she's not a cat. She tries her best to try to be, though, and it's creepy, weird, and I don't like her. She's like 14, 12 to 14, somewhere in that range, and she's just perverted in more ways than what she should be.
She seems like a solid B tier.
She
S
kisses.
for sus.
I
He-
vote C tier.
She keeps
Okay.
on trying to kiss him on
We'll
the
go
lips.
B
It's
tier
gross.
then.
She sounds annoying, but not like.
You haven't
So
played the games.
That's true.
She seems annoying, but she seems like not that annoying.
It got to the point where I threw my pillow at the TV screen every time she popped on.
Uh-huh.
I hate her
Okay.
with every fiber of my being.
Sure.
I want to kill her.
Very nice.
Okay. Ramen Cat, what you got?
Let's go Kawahori from Ninja Scrolls.
The flying demon thing.
The
right?
flying demon thing. I hate his design, but I hate his character even more because he is like the embodiment of rapey 90s anime villain.
Huh.
Like, he's a vampire, and there's a a rival ninja faction tree lady thing, and like his whole focus, not even kill the main character or the girl with the relic that they're looking for. It's go after the tree lady, and it was, let's just say it was graphic enough. I was like, nope, I'm done with the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, he's got this weird thing, like he can, like his tongue, like can extend however long he wants. So let your imagination do with whatever that
Are
might
you
have
sure
happened.
you weren't watching a hentai?
What's wrong with
Ninja
Dio?
Scrolls, I think, is kind of borderline.
What's wrong with Dio? I'm confused.
I say S because this guy is he's annoying too.
You
like
don't get a vote.
he's annoying. He's creepy, like creep.
Okay.
And yeah. Also, his
So does he
design's
have any
stupid.
redeeming characters?
No, not
Like,
at
or
all.
Is this the only thing?
Other than he dies to the main character.
Okay.
Since he's just an evil dude that's super evil, I'm gonna put him in D.
D
D. I vote
for
D.
douchebag.
Yes.
How about you, Pyrolis?
I'll go like B tier because he sounds pretty weak since he got offed by the villain. I mean, by the main character before the season ended. From the sounds of it,
I want to put him like solid. Like, I'll give him C tier.
All right.
Just because I think he's a. Damn, I can't say that word on the podcast. All right, Wheeze. What you got?
Let's see. Who else do I have? Let's go straight into Sagari from
wait a minute.
Arrow Manga Sensei.
Oh, come on, what's wrong with her?
My least favorite character of all time. She's the main love interest to her brother,
They're not related by blood.
who is incredibly annoying. She screams. She's like a little child brat.
She is
That-
a child.
Hides up in
She
her
looks
room.
adorable.
She is adorable.
She is not adorable.
She
She
is
hides
very
in her
adorable.
room, screams at the top of her lungs.
Because her parents died and she has trauma.
And
She was already
makes-
shy before.
No sense. She's just annoying and needs to go touch grass, and I hate her. And all she does is draw erotic stuff, and then is like, "Don't be a."
That's because of
pervert."
her mother.
And
What?
Yeah, her mother used to draw like hentai, and so she taught her daughter how to draw, and so she draws erotic things because her mother died.
then
so
she's
that's
got
what
the
she has
whole,
left of
like,
her mother.
don't talk to my brother, but I don't like him back. She's really annoying. I freaking hate Sagari.
All right.
Yes, for Sagari.
You don't get a vote.
I'm pleading my case. It's like the politicians. are like,
Everybody's gonna say
vote-
S for their
vote
character.
yes on. So I'm saying vote.
I'm gonna go D tier.
D tier. All right. How about you, Ramen Cat?
Look at her. She's adorable. She's not that.
Okay, I will give you a. He didn't like explain it a lot. So I'll give you one hint. This character was streaming her drawing on the first episode. I unfortunately watched the first episode. And her brother was watching because at the moment he didn't know that his artist was his sister. He just thought it was a random artist that he hired. He was watching the stream, and what happened is the camera got pointed up as she went to turn off the stream. She forgot to turn off the stream and then started changing.
Yeah. He's like,
S.
oh wait,
Okay.
wait, why S?
Because S for Sagari.
No.
Sagari.
The screaming activated my
Screaming
tinnitus.
is so annoying. Oh
So
my
I'm just gonna go a solid S tier.
Let's
Dang it.
go.
This is unfair.
This is what's called democracy.
It's stupid.
Worst
I like how we have just a nice descending stair step.
character.
At the top, annoying perverts. At the bottom, rapists.
Yep.
Seems we have our priorities mixed up here.
And in the middle, there's just a penguin.
A
It's
penguin.
just a penguin.
And a bear. Okay, let's see, what time is it? We got enough time for one more. I will do one more. So I'm going to pick Walter D. Or Walter C. What's his name? Dormez? Anyways, he's from Hellsing Ultimate specifically.
What?
And yes,
Isn't that
this is the butler.
What's wrong with the butler?
The butler freaking sucks.
He's awesome.
Okay, I've never seen him in an Ultimate. I liked him in the original.
He's
So-
great in Ultimate.
How?
What do you mean he's cool?
He's a whiny ass B word.
but he's a butler.
I watched the subbed, so I didn't get that impression.
Okay. You watched it, sub?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was only bad in the dub. Let's go.
And well, his whole motivation is at first he's okay. I really don't like how the story treated him. At first, he's a good butler. He's one of the best butlers. Okay, he's awesome. There's this whole scene where like the mansion's getting attacked. And he like slices up all the ghouls and stuff, and then he tortures one of the vampires. It's cool. Anyways, and then as soon as the Nazis hit, without like any notice, any like prelude to what's happening, he's just like, oh, I'm gonna be a Nazi now. And
I don't think it
then
looked exactly like that. But
it pretty much was like that. He's just like, you go that way, I'm gonna go take a walk.
Hey, only Alucard's supposed to take a walk.
Well, anyways, it turns out he's been jealous of Alucard this whole time because they fought in World War II, and he's jealous how Alucard can stay young and stuff and change form while he's constantly getting older. So the Nazis told him that they could reduce his age. So like they made him younger, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the whole reason he's fighting for the Nazis now, is because he could be younger.
That is pretty weird.
And they just told him the only thing you have to do is try to kill Alucard. So he goes to try to do that. And as that's happening, he's constantly getting younger and younger and younger as he's fighting Alucard. And then he realizes that the Nazis kind of betrayed him. He's like, oh, now I'm sorry.
Hey, man, he learned his lesson at the end.
He gets shot in the head at the end.
He learned his lesson at the end.
He sounds kind of annoying.
He gets shot in the head as a 10-year-old.
I vote
learned his
B
lesson,
for basic
You
story
mean B for Butler?
compared to
and
the,
butler.
compared
Basic
to the
butler.
other ones. I'm gonna give him a D.
A D.
He sounds annoying, but not like
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna go D.
worst.
I like Walter. He's great.
Okay, I got 1 B and 2 Ds. So, all right. See, I don't know. I liked him a lot in the first series, and then I liked him halfway through, and then at the end, I'm just like, really?
He
This
sounds
is a
like a
stupid way to
bad
do it.
character, but I feel like he's not as hateable as
Yeah.
the people above.
Anyways, now with that, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll finish off our tier list, and yeah, we'll go from there.
And
All right.
time.
Time. Please get over here.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Kampai.
Hi.
Woot.
Yo. Anyways, we're back with rating. Well, you guys know you've only been gone for like a minute, so you know what you're listening to.
Hey, it's
Rating
about-
the most hated anime characters that we made a list about of all time.
I'm glad I put him on a leash.
He's ADHD. I'm narcolepsy.
What does that make you, Pyrolus?
Psychotic.
Ah, makes sense. Anyways, we were back to Pyrolus.
Yeah, Zaryusu, the lizard man from Overlord.
Oh, this is from Overlord. I wasn't sure or not. What makes
Wait, is he the main lizard guy?
Yeah.
I liked
the-
him. He was
The
fine.
butler, like, dude,
No.
like the one
That's a beetle.
Yeah.
that was.
Did he have?
The actual lizard man from season 2.
Okay,
Oh,
is
from
he the
season
main
2.
one? Because I've gotten to the part where he's like flirting with the
The one, yeah. You haven't gotten far enough to
Okay,
understand
yeah.
why I hate him.
Okay.
Episode 7, like 8 minutes in, 45 seconds.
It goes on for 45 seconds.
Is that
It
the?
goes on for longer.
Is that the only reason you hate him? Is because of that one?
Yes, because of that one scene.
What am
That
I
and-
missing here?
that
I
and
don't know.
After season 2, he's just stupid. He just becomes nothing. He's just there. So like he had a good potential. Then they did that scene, and they wasted him for
What?
the
Can you tell us what was in the scene?
sex scene, lizard sex scene.
Okay,
Okay.
there's a weird
What do you mean? Okay, it's messed up. Like
flirting.
It's
I'm not
anime.
even looking. I'm not even interested in it. I wasn't even looking for it. It's a anime that's supposed to be about this skeleton man, bro, going around and chazzing people up. Instead, I get a 2-minute scene, it feels like, of 2 lizards going at it. While the Overlord's like, I'm going to check in on how he's, oh God.
The flirting scene was really uncomfortable by itself, so I can imagine that scene's even worse.
I'm gonna give it a solid B.
I'm going D tier. Yeah, I liked him so far.
I vote A. Throw him with the rest of the animals.
All right, I guess it's B. All right, Ramen Cat, what you got?
Let's go Frieza from Dragon Ball Z.
He's from Dragon Ball Easy S tier.
Number
Yeah,
of us here.
I mean,
Easiest.
yeah. Okay. Out of all the villains in Dragon Ball,
Man, you don't even have to argue.
You don't
this.
got
We just
to
go
like
Dragon
Dragon
Ball.
Ball. It's fine.
I know, but it's like out
You
of
can stop
all
and
the
make a
villains that actually have like some cool thing, like you have like characters like Broly that's just literally
I like Brawly.
rage incarnate. You have like Cell, which is like the epitome of like perfection of fighters and stuff. You have Boo, which is just destruction incarnate.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Frieza, the douche of the universe.
Try and stop me now. Carrot cake.
Yeah, he's just an annoying villain, and he's the one that kind of epitomizes the like 3-episode screaming scene. He's the character that literally does that.
Oh, okay.
And I hate his design. He looks like an 8-ball mated with a tennis shoe. He's just stupid looking. He's supposed to be imposing looking, but he just looks like you just want to punt his head off.
Isn't that the point? He's a bad guy.
Yeah, but most of the bad guys are pretty cool.
All right,
Just
fair
not
enough.
this guy. Also, I hate his voice in either sub or dub. And he's just like a bad penny. They put him in every single thing instead of, hey, maybe we should have a different villain, something unique, like Boo or any of those characters. Nah, we're going to have Frieza in it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
S tier.
the little bit I've seen of like snippets of Super, he's there and he's not a main enemy of Goku, which just makes him more annoying.
Are you
Good.
talking about Dragon Ball Superhero?
No, that's a movie.
Yes.
No,
I guess it was
just-
actually decent, but I don't know. I just don't like the title.
yeah,
It's
the
pretty
title wasn't the best. Haven't seen it yet, but anyways, yeah, S for
Okay. Yeah.
stupidity.
S tier. Noise.
You had me at Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, Boom pointed out today at work that apparently I watched a lot of Dragon Ball growing up.
You did.
I didn't realize this. Or I'm being gaslighted. Take your pick.
No, you watch way too much Dragon Ball.
I'm pouring more gas on there.
Anyways, Wheeze, your turn.
Let me find the guy's name. Shirai I knew.
Shirai.
Huh?
The
Mons?
not dinosaur. Shark guy.
The Shark Boy.
Shark idiot.
Shark Boy and
Shark
Lava
idiot.
Girl.
From Dororo.
From Dororo. This guy's like, I have these shark demons and I'm gonna feed them to people. Here's my backstory. It's like, we don't need a backstory. I fed this whole village to these sharks because I love them, because they were starving and that's sad. So I fed them my arm and now I am Shark Boy and I love them. And then they defend themselves against the shark. And he's like, how dare you defend yourself? You hurt my beautiful shark. And then the shark turns into a demon, eats the other shark, and then goes on a rampage. And he's like, my beautiful shark. And then Hyakimaru kills the shark. And he's like, no, how dare you? And he's annoying.
Yeah.
And that's his whole character. And he has
A tier.
nothing else.
Solid A tier.
Hey, Fram.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm good with
It sounds like a very weak villain.
I am Shark Boy. I, speak
The-
for the sharks.
They could have just left him alone, and he's the psycho that like has this shark thing, and it would have been fine.
Dude.
But no, they had to go with this whole backstory thing.
I would have loved if he ended up getting eaten by the shark. At the
Yeah.
end. That would have been great.
They try to make him like they even had long scenes of the shark dead, and he was
Yeah.
there like, no, my shark.
They tried making us feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, he's just a crazy dude that fed a village to
Yeah,
sharks.
there's no, I don't care that he likes a shark.
All right, my next character is going to be Hibana from Fire Force. So this girl, lady, woman, whatever you want to call
This is
her.
the weird Dommy mommy.
This is the
lady.
one that makes everybody call her princess.
Yeah, I hate her too.
She's literally a Dami mommy.
I hate this lady.
So get this.
She's literally where I stopped watching the show.
They introduce her by showing her she's the head of I think it's District 3, which is one of the Fire Force. Like, she's a Fire Force captain. She's head of number 3 or whatever, which is supposed to be like the science and research development area. Anyway, she's the head of it. They introduce her by she's sitting on a throne of her underlings. And then when she gets up, there's 2 of them that act as floor mats. And they're like, oh, thank you for stepping on me. And so, like,
Yeah,
and-
that's what like instantly made me hate her.
And so, like, everything is just about her, like, being the top of the top. She's like the princess of this whole organization, anything. And at first she's a villain. She fights the main character, and then it ends up being where she's like fighting him, and then you know how she turns good, how she becomes a friend of the whole Fire Force 8 or whatever. He punches her, and then all of a sudden she falls in love with him.
She was a secret masochist the entire time.
So she falls in love with him because he is the only one that stood up for her.
You mean to her?
No,
For her?
by punching her in the face.
S tier for
Women from the 40s be like,
But yeah, so now her whole thing is like she's trying to secretly get with the main character, even though I'm pretty sure she's like 30 and the main character's like maybe 17.
They're up in S tier so Frieza can punch her in the face.
What do you vote, Pyrolus?
I'm gonna go A tier.
I'm
tier?
so in between A and S tier.
Go S.
Let's
Let's go S tier. She seems really
Alright.
awful.
We got a nice Venn diagram or whatever it's called. That's not a Venn
It's
diagram.
not a Venn diagram at all, you fool. It's a tier list. It's in the name.
All right, Pyrolus.
Parolus? I thought it was
Parolus.
Pyro. Like pie.
Gino Megami from
Aramanga
Aramanga
Sensei.
Sensei.
Okay, yeah, she sucks.
She's trash. Hater. She's like supposed to be 11, 12, but all she does is talk about how she sleeps with every boy she sees. But she doesn't. She just does it because she thinks it makes her cool.
Yeah.
Ah.
And so she's like one of those people that's like a harlot.
Isn't
at
this
being
the
cool.
one where the sister's trying to figure out how to draw better? So they tie her up and strip her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
I say solid. Yeah, A.
Yeah, I hate her. Hate her guts.
Yeah, it was pretty.
She reminds me of a lot of kids growing up, honestly.
She was
She's the
annoying.
character that's like, I talk about bad things, and that's fun.
Like all she does is talk about like gross stuff. It's like, dude, please stop.
What was the worst thing she did?
The worst thing she did? Be born.
Okay.
Become a thought in the creator's mind.
All right. Ramen Cat, what you got?
I don't think I have much left on the list there, so let's.
You should have a couple. You have.
You should have two more.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize the white-haired one there.
Yeah, you
Pluto
should all have
from
2 more, I think.
yeah, Pluto from Black Butler. The character itself is
This guy, right? The silver-haired guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
character itself is okay, I guess. Except for the thing is he's a hellhound that behaves like a hellhound, and when the main character is like. Because they think that like they're investigating the case of like the Hound of Baskerville,
Mhm.
and they find him, and he comes back with them, and like he can turn into a person. The problem is he's always naked and jumping on like one of the main characters all the time, and it's cringy and
As a person?
yes,
Ugh.
acting like a dog.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's cringy, and if he didn't do that, I wouldn't care so much about the character because it's like, okay, cool, hellhound, whatever, monster. But just with that, it's just like, ugh.
He's as cringy as Shinji. I vote S tier.
I
vote A tier.
I want to say B tier.
he's just cringy
I guess it's A
It's right in
tier.
the middle.
with the rest of the
He
animals.
seems like a cringy. The pictures I saw of him look cringy.
A
as well.
for animal.
Animal.
What does that make Mega mean?
She's an animal.
Yeah,
an
she's an
animal.
animal.
She's nothing less. She's not a human.
All right,
She has no soul.
No.
What you got?
Let's go with what's his name? Ren
No.
Ryuen.
Ryuen from
Ryuen.
Classroom of the Elite.
Yeah. So this show is like all these kids in this weird classroom where they like rank them and they're all trying to like get higher up in the class because then you get more money basically that you can spend on
Classroom of
anything.
the Elite a webtoon.
No, I don't think so. I think it's a
Is that weird gambling
but
anime?
you're thinking of something else.
I love
Yeah,
how you can like remember where all these people come from, but you don't remember that this is a tier list.
Classroom of the
What are you talking
Elite
about? This is a perfect Venn
was
diagram.
You're right, bud. I'm sorry. My apologies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Classroom of the Elite was a light novel, but this guy is like the whole class system is set up so that all the antagonists can be very reasonable, that they're just trying to like get ranked up in the school. So it's like a perfect setup for all the like antagonists have the same goal as the main character, and they don't have to necessarily be awful people for the conflict to happen.
Yeah.
And they decide to make this person the worst person in the school that just like beats up everybody, like tortures and like manipulates like in the worst possible way. The main character is very like quiet and stays in the background, manipulates things. And this guy's like, I'm gonna threaten to rape you if you don't do this for me, kind of guy. And that's like
kind of sounds
he's-
like just high school, doesn't it?
he's
Or-
he's at this like prestigious school that's like supposed to be one of the best like institutions for learning ever, and they just let this guy get away with controlling his whole class through fear.
I'm gonna go C for childhood memories.
He's the most like cartoonishly evil villain that doesn't need to exist.
That just sounds like preps at any private school.
Well, part of the problem is like he it's not like he has an in with any of the teachers or anything. They just kind of don't. Nobody reports him, and he's just kind of a jerk.
Yeah, it's any bully at high school.
See, I'm just gonna put him in C tier, I think. And I'm gonna say C tier as well, just for childhood trauma.
Childhood
B
trauma.
for words I can't say in public broadcasting.
Okay. And you said C part
Yeah.
of this? Okay,
C,
we're gonna do a
childhood
solid C
memories.
tier. My turn. What do I got left? Envy from Full Metal Alchemist.
What? That's
Yeah.
a good villain.
No, it's annoying as
I
all
like,
get out.
I like Envy.
I don't
like
like
Envy.
envy.
Envy's
Envy is
I like
annoying.
Envy because Envy's like evil and you know Envy's evil.
Yeah. Envy's one of
Nah.
the most evil of them too. Like things Envy does is
You can't like Envy because Envy is evil. Like
That's
and-
kind of the thing. Like, I don't like Envy because Envy, compared to all the other homunculus, is just a douchebag. She doesn't like people, so she wants to kill them all. It's just like such a basic, compared to everybody else in Full Metal Alchemist, it's just such a basic villain to have.
so B for basic.
I'm fine with Envy. I vote D. Envy's fine. Envy's just
Also,
one of
for
the
like
villains.
14 years, or not 14 years, but like 5 years straight, I couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl.
it's neither.
Yeah, it's a homunculus.
I don't like this character anymore now.
It's purposefully like just a thing. But like the goal of Envy is that like envies everyone, so hates everyone. So it's actually the weakest, like small little
Yeah.
tiny creature.
I also don't
find
like
out.
the fact that he like transforms and like kills like one of my favorite characters too. So
That's true. That makes him.
But that makes it
But it's a good
okay,
villain. I
a
like
good
Envy.
villain is a
Envy's-
villain you hate.
Yeah.
no, a good villain is the one that's ahead above all the homunculus. I like that villain. I don't like this villain because it's stupid.
You mean mustache homunculus?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he has a mustache.
D tier for
Okay,
Envy.
D
For-
tier,
I'll go C.
C tier,
Parolus.
I'll go C.
C.
All right.
Got a solid C tier. All right, Pyrolus, what do you got? I think you only got one left.
Ganta. Ganta? What-
Ganta,
Whatever his name is. Ganta, the
gonorrhea,
Jew boy from
Jew
school, from Ghost Stories. I'm not being anti-Semitic. That's his name in Ghost Stories.
That is true from the Ghost Stories dub. Let it be canceled or not. His name is literally Jew Boy.
So, yeah, Ganta from Dead Man Wonderland,
Who shares the
Yes.
voice actor with Jude.
who shares the dub voice actor with Jew Boy.
I feel like we would have liked the show more if we didn't watch it dubbed.
I feel like we would like the show
Probably.
more if it was just the first two episodes, the concept of the
That's
first two
true.
The
episodes.
first two episodes in the OVA. and
like
that
the
was
first
it.
two episodes were amazing, and then they destroyed it.
Yeah. And it was explained to Ramen Cat why you don't like this character.
He's annoying. He's stupid. He doesn't do anything right. He's just a retarded 14-year-old. You know the 14.
Every
No,
character
hold
on
on,
this
hold on,
list
hold on.
pretty much.
You know those 14-year-olds that get way into Fortnite?
Oh,
He's like that, but worse.
all right, solid S.
What else? The other thing this kid does is it's like, oh no, there's a problem. I can't deal with it. I use my superpower. Oh,
Yeah.
I win. Okay.
He also sucks at using his superpower,
Yeah,
but
he
somehow
doesn't
still
know-
wins.
Yeah, he doesn't know how
I'll
to
use my
it.
superpower. That'll fix it. Oh no, it's not
His
powerful enough.
superpower's lame too. He just shoots like a bullet out of his finger.
Yeah.
It's like a blood.
And then,
bullet.
like, whenever anything goes wrong, he cries and still somehow gets it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say B tier for basic.
He's just a
I'm-
spoiled little brat, and I hate
I
him.
say S.
I'm gonna vote S too. He's really.
Pyrola said Fortnite
I mean,
teenager.
I feel like if there was a different main character, the show could have been watchable.
I feel like,
like,
if the
even
story
with
was
how
different
bad
in
it
general.
Even with how bad the story was, if it had a slightly better protagonist, it would have been more tolerable. And
I just wanted the OVA
Actually
as a
awesome.
show.
Yeah, same.
yeah.
All right, Ramen Cat, what you got? What you got left? Zeb.
Last one I have is I forgot his name was that, but Zappo or Renfro or Zap from Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah.
Mainly because I liked him at the very first like 2 episodes.
Mhm.
And then I really started to hate him because he is so annoying. And like he has a cool power. He has like this cool like blood magic thing that he can make like these threads that he can ignite and they explode and
Yeah.
all that stuff. No power that cool should be attached to a character this douchebaggery. He's loud,
be
he's
that bad.
obnoxious, he's a womanizer. It gets a magical explosive STD. And like the one thing, like the one episode, and I'm not saying this to anyone like that gets a situation where they get out of shape, but this is the episode where he gets out of shape. He's just gross through the
here's
whole thing.
He got his tallywhacker blown off by the magical STD, and then he got depressed, so he gained weight.
Yeah, but he was just gross through the whole thing. And just he detracts from like any tension that the show might have.
Yeah.
This
It
man literally
just-
loses Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's what happened.
Also, the lady he was cheating on a witch, and the witch cursed him. Also, the witch blew off the boobs of the lady that he was
Yeah.
sleeping with.
Serves him right.
So she comes barging into the room, and he's just like, "You better find my sister within 24 hours, or else I'm gonna like blow your wiener off."
No, it was her cat.
Oh, her cat, right? Or else I'm gonna blow your wiener off. He's like, "I don't know where your cat is." He's like, "Well, you better do it." He's like, "What are you gonna do?" You just see like a magical ring go around his crotch. He's like, "Oh."
And you know what? Shane constantly just blipping in and crushing him because she's annoyed with him is justified.
That is great. Okay, I'm gonna give him a solid. I kind of like him.
I'll
I
go A.
agree that he's too much.
I'll go A.
I want to say B.
I want to say
I just
A
he
for
doesn't
a-hole.
mesh well with the main character who's super chill about everything.
I don't know. They kind of get like a good like chemistry near the.
I'm gonna vote D because it sounds hilarious.
A for a-hole because it's all he has.
So we got an A, a D, and I said B. So we're gonna go solid B tier.
B for basic.
B for
Fits perfectly.
Or we could do S for STD.
Explosive STD.
Explosive. Not explosive, just
He's
explosive.
SS tier explosive STD.
Remember, kids, never go into Eldritch, New York. All right. Yeah. Wheeze.
My last one is Christoph Severich from Monster.
His name's
So-
Christoph, so I'm gonna go S tier.
You know how there's like this really cool villain
Yeah.
who is like the best character in the show and is just super cool and super awful. Then there is this person that's like, I want to be that person, and like tries to become their
Mhm.
student
So
or
you.
something, and it's kind of cringe and they're kind of annoying, and then they end up becoming pointless in the show and does very little. This guy gets shot and then gets taken to the hospital, and then you never hear from him again. That's
Nice.
this character. He like has this one scene where he tries to like manipulate somebody similar to how the main character does, and that's about all he does.
I'm gonna say D for
He's also like a
Douchebag.
rich jerk that
yes.
D
D,
for
for
douchebag.
like, goes to
I'm gonna go C for copycat.
I guess D tier then, because he just seems like a nobody that tries to be somebody.
it's hard to explain, but he's annoying
Okay.
because he
I
tries
don't care who the next person is. I'm voting B tier.
That's so I vote B tier too. I know who this person is.
This is okay. Let me get her full name. Takina Inoue from Licorice Recoil. And
Oh, I know her from the picture. Yeah, she's basic. I vote B tier. B for basic.
this is kind of her character. She kind of starts as that. What's the Ray that's just has no emotion? Kudere?
Yeah.
Starts off as a Kudere that just follows orders. Besides for the one time where she doesn't, she just like mows down a bunch of terrorists with a belt-fed machine gun.
She's a robot.
She's a robot. And then the main character, Chisato, is like super happy, cheerful, outgoing, and they pair them up with each other. So of course they have that like no emotion robot character with the happy person. And by episode 3, they have her like one moment she's gonna be like strict, no emotion. Next moment she's like showing emotion and joking around.
Yep.
And that happens throughout the whole entire show. And then somewhere between episode like 4 and 12, the main character and Takina become best friends.
Yep.
I don't know where that character development happened.
When they were dancing in the aquarium.
Oh, after they searched for underwear.
That's
Right.
that's the moment.
Yes.
I
But
heard
anyway.
shooting terrorists and searching for underwear.
Yeah.
Yes, this
one
happens in the
episode-
span of like 4 episodes.
3 episodes in a row, they fight terrorists. The very next episode, they go shopping for panties.
Because she's
The
such a
entire
basic person, she was wearing
episode.
men's underwear because it was standard issue.
Okay, she wasn't wearing it because it's standard. She was wearing it because it was comfortable. And then her friend is
That's
like,
fair.
no, you have to get
Girly underwear.
girly underwear because it's more cute or something.
Yeah.
And then she's like, okay.
This all
whatever.
started because she did a backflip in a VR game and her like skirt fell down and like,
Yeah.
the main character saw that she was wearing men's
Chisato
underwear.
is the jerk in this situation that's forcing her to do something she doesn't want to do.
Not
Why
that
do
it's
they become
relevant to it,
friends?
but I'm going to vote S for standard issue.
But anyways, and then there's also this whole thing where she's like, they do this whole Yuri type like love affair, but like nothing actually
Fake,
happens
yeah.
throughout the whole show between the two main characters. And then it's just like this character is supposed to do a bunch of things and none of it actually happens.
She's such a robot too, because they're like, oh, we can't do that. That's against the rules. And then she's like, but you broke the rules, and that's why you got here. It's like, oh, that's because it was illogical what they were asking me to do. And
Yeah,
it was
take
like,
Spock and turn her into a
Ah.
high school girl and give her a gun.
B for boring?
yeah, B
Yes.
for basic.
I still enjoy the fact that I predicted how the show is going to go based on the poster of it.
So
Yeah.
B for
B
basic.
for basic,
for
and now
basic.
it's a
Alright.
perfect line.
A
Yes.
perfect Venn diagram.
You son of a... It's a steps.
It's an inverted steps. So we each had 5 characters.
Yeah.
So that's 20 characters total. And for S tier, we have a solid 6 of them. A, 5 of them. B, 4 of them. C, 3 of them. And then D, 2 of them.
We should mention all the characters again as recap.
Oh boy.
S, we have Gaku Yoneda and
Mineta.
Mineta and
Sagari.
Sagari.
And
Frieza.
Frieza. And what's her name?
Princess.
Princess. Hibane.
Princess.
And
And
then
the character from Dead Man Wonderland.
Gata.
Ganta. A tier, we have Pen 2.
Why do you remember that penguin's name?
It's basic.
Next is
Jackie.
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 DNA.
Then we have
sure knew I the
Shark Boy.
Shark Boy. And then we have Megumin. And then we have
Pluto.
Pluto,
Yeah.
the stripper dog.
in B tier.
Sagari.
That's not Sagari.
That's Sagari even B tier.
Wait,
It's another
Sagari's in B tier, but then Sagari's in S tier.
B tier Sagari.
A Shigure, I meant.
Oh,
Shigure.
Shigure.
Okay.
Then we have Lizard Man.
Lizard man.
What's his name?
You
I don't know.
something. It's Zaryusu.
Zaryusu.
Yeah.
All right, and then we have Zab,
That's what you get for cheating on your witch girlfriend.
explosive STDs, and then Takina because basic of all basics.
Basic of all basic.
C tier.
We have
I don't remember his name.
The
The rapey vampire.
rapey
dude.
vampire guy from Ninja Scrolls. Then we have
Ryuin.
Ryuin from Classroom Elite. And then we also have Wrath because I guess she's
That's the Envy.
Envy. I don't know. I don't care. I hate this character.
Envy from Fullmetal Alchemist.
D tier, we have Walter from high school, or not?
Walter from high school DxD.
Yeah, Walter from Hellsing Ultimate.
And Kristoff from Monster.
Yes, because douchebag.
That's our tier list.
Hey, we're done.
Let's go.
That was fun.
That was fun.
I
I
enjoyed
want
it.
to do more tier lists.
Yeah.
More tier lists.
All the tier lists.
We need to do another versus battle tier list, power ranking tier list. Those are the best.
That sounds like work.
No, they're the best. There's no work involved. It's
Oh.
amazing.
It's just a lot of BSing. It's great.
No, we have sound logic for
We
the-
do have sound logic, actually. Yeah, he's right. We got sound logic.
We had Koro Sensei fight against Sagari.
I don't
and
know,
He
that-
lost because he wouldn't hurt a child.
That one time I was on, we watched a hamster and a cyborg literally kill everybody just for the hamster to fall from the tree and die.
I think that
That
was
amazing.
that was last week, wasn't it? Yeah, that was
That was
last
last-
week.
Yeah, the one I missed because my throat hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got sent down in the military.
But yeah, that was a good tier list. That was fun. We got anything else to talk about real quick? Chainsaw Man was great.
Chainsaw Man was great. I like Chainsaw
I
Man.
haven't
Yeah.
seen the anime
Good
yet. I
show.
want to.
I would suggest it. It's good.
I know the manga is amazing.
The
Of course the
visuals
anime
are
is good.
interesting. They have a very like gritty, dark feel to them.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
A lot of people are complaining about the animation,
Yeah.
and I kind of was a little not impressed with it until I figured out it's not CGI. It's
No.
not 2D. What it is, it's a CGI 2D motion cap mixture of animation.
yeah.
They created a whole new style of animation just to do Chainsaw
It is
Man.
unique. They also have a different ending and
Mhm.
ending song for each episode.
They
which
do.
is super cool.
I love it when they do
Pretty
that.
cool. I guess the third one's like pretty sweet.
The third one is
If
like
they don't do that for the last episode, that would be
the-
such a waste.
the second ending of Death Note. It's kind of like that.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like insane and
That's great.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm liking it so far.
Yeah.
And I'm reading the manga too, which is turning out pretty good. So
Nice.
I just got past the hotel arc
Okay.
where they're stuck in the hotel.
Yeah.
So that's,
I know what it
Yeah.
Yeah.
she freaked out, so I just knocked her out.
From what I heard, it starts out kind of slow and then some like huge twists and turns come and it becomes
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
crazy.
I think the first season's gonna end with them fighting the gun devil.
No.
No?
No.
You sure?
The manga hasn't let them fight against the Gun Devil yet.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like coming up real soon.
No.
Okay. No, they're just like introducing
Sorry to
the gun
spoil it, but no.
devil. Okay. So what do you think that's gonna end at?
I mean, I know where the final arc ends at. I know where it ends at.
Okay,
Spoilers.
fair enough.
And he ain't sharing.
No, which is a
No.
good thing because I haven't even got to the final arc of. I think I'm only on chapter 20.
There's like one if it either the arc I'm thinking of either they could if they do it well they could split off into two really good seasons.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I could see them trying to cram it into one season, which I hope they don't. 'Cause that'd suck.
So far, the pacing seems really good. It feels like it's following the manga
Yeah.
really closely.
Well, they haven't gotten to the Bat Devil yet, so. Or did they?
That's the next episode.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Well, that's pacing great then.
Yep.
So that's cool. I like the whole fact where he beats up his the top bun guy,
Yeah.
and he's just like, when you fight a guy, you always just go for the balls.
And then he's like, "You're serious?" As he's just kicking him
Yeah.
over and over again.
Just kicking him in the balls over and over again. See, that's why I like Dingy. He's
Yeah.
just like, that's what a normal person would do.
Yeah, he's like, "Your motivation is stupid. You should get out of here." And it's like, "This is my motivation. Screw you."
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's cool.
You two are quiet.
Good show.
That's because I want to spoil anything.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
just realized
guys got anything to
I'm
talk
rocking
about?
in tandem with like
Wheeze.
Wheeze.
Gotcha. This is kind of creepy.
Just remember, this is what you got to deal with. When Pyrolus goes.
I wish this was a video podcast. This would be great to show people. I think.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Probably not.
If you start a video podcast, I'm just doing that weird thing. I'm going to wear a mask for the whole thing.
Hey, that's what we
Yeah,
said
that's
he's
what
gonna
I'd
do.
Oh, heck yeah.
So now with we haven't announced that yet, actually, have we?
I think we've been on so far. Yeah, I
We
was
haven't.
like, yeah, you're like, yeah, you told
I
everyone.
edited
I was like,
that out.
oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do I need to edit this part out?
hold up. If you ain't Cav, you ain't shit. Army Rangers, let's go. You can edit that part out. Yeah.
Oh, we can edit things out now?
No.
Your boy's going in the army.
Am I editing this out? Or
No, you don't got it. I've talked about doing military stuff
I've
throughout
edited
this
it.
entire episode.
Yeah, I know. That's why I didn't know if we're gonna announce it or not.
Yeah, we might as well. I thought
Like, how many weeks you got left?
I don't know, 4. I think.
Okay,
Something
so 4 more episodes.
It might get delayed because I found out I might have a lazy eye.
Get delayed.
You
Get
might
delayed.
have
Get
a
delayed.
lazy
Yeah, I might have a lazy eye, which is so minuscule that my entire life of going through eye exams and doctors, no one's found it until now. So I got to see another doctor to confirm it.
What happens if you have a lazy eye?
It's very minuscule, so they're going to get me a waiver for it, basically.
Gotcha.
Ah.
So I just want to find out how minuscule it is, if it's even.
He only gets half boot camp because he has a lazy eye.
He's like, I can't run my lazy eye.
Right now, under the current recruitment, the one guy said that they're doing waivers for almost anything. He's waiting for someone to come in with just one eye. That way they can get a waiver for it. So
They just need a paper that says this one is imperfect.
so yeah, got to get that done at some point. But so I might get delayed a little bit on that at the current moment. Still 4
You
weeks.
think the military would want people with problems like that? Because then couldn't they just use them to like do their experiments with like cyborg technology and stuff?
You would think, yeah. Like
You'd think our military would have that kind of ambition.
If Bond
I
We're
wish
gonna-
I did.
we're gonna
If
put
they
this
did,
laser
I would
eye.
join the military. I'd cut off my leg. It's just like I only have one leg.
that's
and I
probably why they don't do it.
Probably. They need
our
Bond-
healthcare system's so bad that it's just all the people with like no limbs would just go there.
They need Bondru to be the leader of the military for recruiting. They
I
would just
don't
feel like,
want weird
see-
children arms growing off of me.
You would see people that are like losing half their limbs, like bleeding out, and he would just be like, "Child of suffering, you will be the greatest military."
Turns you into spam and then stuffs you in a can.
Yep.
Hey, I was the most powerful military power that week.
Ugh.
Yep.
I hate Bondred.
Bondru.
He's amazing. He's a great dad.
He's
Love
a
him.
Can we go
horrible
into
dad.
favorite characters next and just Bondru?
No.
Dio? It'll be amazing.
We can do favorite characters in like a week or two.
I hope I'm as good as a dad as Bone Druid.
Same.
You have very low margins.
What do you mean? Very high margins. How could I?
low. Like
He's such a love.
like you literally just
loved
have to
it.
go over the first step to be better.
He
than
loved his
Bondred.
child so much, though.
He did.
He murdered his child.
She
No.
should have died in the first place because
Yeah, she was gonna die,
they were
and he
gonna-
just showed her a better place and a better way of
it's
living.
amazing. It was like such a disparaging circumstance, and he pulled her out.
He turned her into spam and stuffed her in a can.
He had his
He gave her life purpose. What better
Yeah.
could a father do?
Exactly.
Then she turned into a freaking stone
Because of
whistle
how much
thing.
love she had because of his love. To
Now
his
she's
parents.
going to live on forever as a whistle.
It's beautiful.
It's not.
Sounds like some Resident Evil stuff here.
You gotta help me out, dude.
Made in
These
Abyss.
people are crazy.
Made in Abyss is some beautiful love.
Well, we're
Subarashi.
terminating
That'd
one
be
of
bad.
them.
That's true.
Subarashi.
I'm terminating myself, mother.
And the other one will probably get eaten by a dog or something.
Wait, is that me?
Yeah.
No, it's me.
Okay, cool.
Thankfully.
Yay.
Finally.
No, then he can't edit the podcast.
Oh, that's something I want to say. I found a way better editing program,
Yay.
and it's DaVinci, and I love it. It actually makes sense.
Nice.
Every other editing program I've ever used, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You have to click like 3 buttons just for the blade tool. This one, all it is Control B or push the blade. Ow.
Did he push the blade tool?
I
boom?
pushed the.
This podcast is not sponsored or advertised by
Raid
DaVinci.
Shadow Legends. Oh,
But anyways, I was using Hit Film Express. They're
This
called Hit
podcast
Film.
may be advertised by those people, though, to get Boom's service.
But then
back.
they got bought out by this company called Artson, and now they're just a subscription program. So it used to be you could buy add-ons. So you could buy an add-on for better lighting effects. You could buy an add-on for visual, like audio and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's one of those things where they just want to sell you every little plug-in.
Not even, well, that was nice because you could buy add-ons and it was a bunch of different plugins, right? And that was nice because you could literally build your editing program how you wanted it, right? I bought add-ons to like build it more towards sound oriented,
Mm-hmm.
which is what I wanted. I didn't have to spend
That's right. You got
$4,000.
screwed over through a thing when they changed over, didn't you?
Yeah, they were bought out by a company, and now they got rid of all your add-ons. And if you want the latest system, you have to buy like a.
You can't escape it.
You can't escape the Discord bloop.
That's better.
That's okay. I had Discord open the other day. Volume turned to 0, and I still heard beep.
I'm pretty sure it's in our
It's just
brains.
PTSD.
It is.
But anyways, I found DaVinci, and I knew that DaVinci was the best because a lot of big YouTubers use it.
Well, Da Vinci is the best. He was an inventor, an artist.
The editing software.
Dude,
But
you know how to
anyways-
make a plane?
Dude, you have
I-
DaVinci editing our
I don't wonder we're the
episodes?
number
That's
one in the
insane.
multiverse. One, Da Vinci's still alive.
Yeah.
And 2, he's doing the editing.
That's
I thought
insane.
I thought I was getting rid of this when Pyro was gone. But
We
I
got a
guess-
new editor. Let's go. And it's the
It's
DaVinci.
the Da Vinci.
Anyways, I thought it cost like $300. It turns out that's just the paid program. They have a free program that was like 3 times better than the one I actually spent money
It's
on.
Da Vinci's hand.
Let's go.
All right, I'm done now. I try saying a cool
Anyways,
thing.
Da Vinci, good editing program.
Yes, it's the best for PC. So that's all I'm gonna say.
PC.
Okay.
I haven't tried Adobe yet, but Adobe's got that same. You have to buy subscription.
Got one I'm gonna try. It's I can't remember the name of it. It's Corel Draw's video editing thing. I got it in a bundle on Humble Bundle not too long ago. And I mean, it looks pretty simple, but
Yeah.
it can't be too simple if they're also like, oh yeah, here, take our paid tutorial course too that comes with the pack.
That's cool.
So we'll find out if I ever get the ambition to make a video. Probably be like an edgy, like 90s.
Now you can just use it to split together all your clips for your Doom videos that you've made like 2 of.
No, he's just gonna be skating on like old stuff, like his dad or something.
Skateboard is radical. Me on the floor crying as I grab my knee. Extreme.
That was tight. Typical
No,
jazz.
it's just the Family Guy thing to.
Then there's everyone's bam, bam, bam.
But yeah, I also found out that DaVinci is paid for, but it's also free because it's made by Blackmagic cameras. So like they sell their cameras, which like the cheapest one's like 10 grand.
So when are they going to give us some cameras, like, so we ad sponsor them?
It's a good
Because
idea.
I need like 2 for some projects I can
that's
think
actually a
of.
really good idea. Hey, DaVinci, sponsor us. Give us
Yeah.
1 camera for the podcast and then 2 more for my friend here, Ramen Cat, because he has a project, air quotes.
Listen, we
Now, if I had a camera like that, I have a lot of projects.
you know what
Air
only,
quotes.
we only know it only costs you like $40 to have those Chinese kids make them. It's not that difficult to give us like 3 of them.
Well, there went our sponsorship.
Even the one we have now, it's gone.
Okay, this is how it works. We badmouth them unless they sponsor us.
Exactly.
Then we will say good things.
We will
about
call you mean words, or Black Magic, unless you give us cameras.
them. Yeah.
We will send you angry letters like I send to the Pope on a regular occasion.
I hear the drones quickly approaching.
Is that why you got a lifetime ban from the Vatican?
Yeah. I mean, I got that when I was born, but they keep on extending it.
They're like, oh no, the Antichrist was born.
Like they banned me, and now they like I sent them a letter like that adds 1 year to your ban. I'm like, all right, 50 more. I don't know how you can extend my ban. That's a lifetime, but all right.
That's great. Anyways, I guess that's about it. Anybody else got anything?
I have been Pyrolus.
You been Pyrolus?
I've been Pyrolus.
Cool. Where can they find you, Pyrolus?
Pyrolus 2, and coming to an army near you.
How about you, Ramen Cat?
What
What have you been?
What have I been?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
What have you been?
What have I been?
Well, he's been a Pyrolus,
I've been a Pyrolus.
and you've been
Bob Dylan.
okay. And where can they find you, Bob Dylan?
You can find me on Twitter at RamenCat13 or over at Eldritch Quill Arts
Or official Bob Dylan?
or official Bob Dylan. Apparently, somehow I'm gonna get Bob Dylan even more followers.
He's like, oh no, where do these 2 extra followers come from?
Ding,
Huh,
ding,
odd.
ding, 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 ding.
I thought I was too old. Rick, what have you been?
I've been KBW author, which happens to be my Twitter handle and my Instagram handle. And I'm also KBW on YouTube, where you can find the abridged, where all of Ruby, where Ruby ice creamed him, where everyone here voice acted in it except for Ramen Cat. He'll probably be in the next one.
That'd be great.
What?
Yeah.
What? I don't know how to act.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Act
Hey,
menacing.
if you watch that
Hey,
video,
if there's no dice rolls involved, I can't act.
We'll just have a set of dice in front of you, and you have to roll each time you go to say a line.
Okay.
there's a possibility that somebody watched that video, saw the end where I mentioned Baka-Talk, and then listened to this episode.
That's true.
That is very true.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the views were just me. I've watched that now probably about 6 times.
Probably.
It's that close to 1,000, so.
It's pretty close.
You meant 600.
And I've been Sir Boom. You can find me at SirBoom9 on Twitter. And you can also find me on the official Baka-Talk Twitter, which is just Talk Baka. And of course, I also host all the podcasts and anything that's on the Baka-Talk Studios YouTube. That's about it.
And he starred in Ruby Abridged as background characters.
As man that says, I think this is dangerous.
And the one lady that's like, hey, look, chess pieces.
Yeah.
That is the worst thing
Nora.
I've ever done.
Nora's amazing.
I think fear is the only emotion he knows.
All right. Well, with that cringy line, we're going to end this. So see you all later. Also watch the episode 8 of Steins Gate visual novel playthrough.
Yee.
And hopefully we'll have another one pretty soon. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, see you all later.
Jam meow.
Hasta Yanara.
See you on the other side.
Bye.